James Bond may be best known for his sleek suits and fancy cars, but his high-speed boat chases are just as iconic. Who can forget 007 skimming across the water, dodging enemy fire and looking impossibly cool while doing it? That's what we're diving into today. 7 of the fastest, most unforgettable boats that James Bond has put to the test in his globe-trotting adventures. Let's set sail and find out. Roger Moore's debut as Bond ushered in a new era of suave sophistication combined with a playful edge. Live and Let Die introduced viewers to the Glastron GT-150 speedboat, a vessel that quickly became synonymous with rapid, adrenaline-fueled chases. Manufactured by the American company Glastron, known for its pioneering fiberglass construction and sporty designs, the GT-150 was perfectly suited for the treacherous, twisting bayous of Louisiana. Its compact, agile design allowed it to maneuver through narrow, swampy waterways at speeds estimated between 50 and 55 miles per hour, a pace that left audiences both breathless and thoroughly entertained. The film's standout moment comes when Bond, with his trademark cool, executes a daring leap, literally jumping the boat over a levee. The stunt underscored the GT-150's nimble construction and added a raw, unfiltered excitement to the scene. Behind the scenes, multiple Glastron boats were put to the test, as repeated stunts took a toll on their fiberglass hulls. Yet the spirit of the chase remained uncompromised. Some critics question whether the boat could really withstand such abuse, but its performance on screen elevated it to an icon of Bond's aquatic adventures. The GT-150's emphasis on speed and control over luxury meant that even if it wasn't the most comfortable ride, its daring agility perfectly matched Bond's penchant for risk. Today, vintage models are prized among collectors, with the boat's cinematic legacy adding significant allure to its reputation. Moonraker takes Bond's adventures into the realm of the fantastical, and nowhere is this more evident than in its Venice chase sequence featuring another modified Glastron. In this installment, Q Branch has taken a standard Glastron speedboat and given it a playful twist. The vessel is outfitted with hidden gadgets and is even capable of a transformation that turns it into a gondola-like hydrofoil. Set against the Floridian rivers, disguised as the Amazon, the boat's metamorphosis is as entertaining as it is impressive. Its combination of advanced technology, daring stunts, and a nod to Floridian waterways imagery resulted in a chase that remains one of the most memorable and inventive in Bond history. The lightweight fiberglass hull allowed the boat to dart through narrow passages and then burst onto open water with remarkable agility. The transformation sequence, while bordering on the absurd, perfectly captured the playful yet daring spirit of Roger Moore's Bond. Critics noted that the sequence sometimes verged on parody, yet it delivered a level of charm and whimsy that became a signature of the film. The Glastron wasn't just a means of escape, it was a character in its own right, a symbol of the film's willingness to mix high-stakes action with tongue-in-cheek humor. Its combination of advanced technology, daring stunts, and a nod to traditional Venetian imagery resulted in a chase that remains one of the most memorable and inventive in Bond history. In The Man with the Golden Gun, Bond finds himself navigating the intricate waterways of Thailand aboard a traditional longtail boat, commonly known as a tailboat. With its narrow profile, elongated design, and a single automotive engine mounted on a swiveling tail shaft, this vessel is the epitome of practicality. Designed for local use, these boats are everyday workhorses in Thailand, ferrying passengers through the bustling narrow canals of Bangkok. Yet, in Bond's hands, this humble craft transforms into an instrument of high-speed evasion and thrilling pursuit. Although real-life tailboats typically cruise at around 15 to 20 knots, the film's editing and stunt work amplify its speed, lending it a cinematic velocity that defies its modest build. The tailboat's unpretentious design, essentially wooden planks and a simple engine, offers little in the way of comfort or luxury, but it makes up for that with raw maneuverability. Bond's high-octane chase through labyrinthine waterways is a refreshing departure from his usual array of high-tech gadgets. It's a scene that marries local cultural authenticity with Hollywood spectacle, even if some critics have argued that it exoticizes Thai traditions. Despite the challenges of on-set repairs and modifications, these boats were never meant for high-speed chases. The tailboat stands out as a memorable example of how simplicity and practicality can create breathtaking action. Its raw, unfiltered energy perfectly encapsulates the spirit of a Bond pursuit that relies solely on guts and ingenuity. Fast forward to Pierce Brosnan's era, and we are introduced to a vessel that epitomizes modern espionage, the Q-boat from The World Is Not Enough. Designed by Q's team as a high-tech, multi-purpose watercraft, the Q-boat is a floating gadget wonderland. Its sleek, low-profile design, combined with a powerful water-jet propulsion system, allow it to carve through the busy waters of the River Thames at speeds that some sources claim neared 80 miles per hour. This futuristic craft is a visual feast, a seamless blend of cutting-edge design and Bond's timeless style. In its debut chase sequence along the Thames, the Q-boat deftly dodges bridges, waves through tight corners, and even briefly submerges to evade enemy fire. Every twist and turn is choreographed to highlight its advanced engineering, and Q's modifications add an element of surprise that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Behind the scenes, the production team painstakingly plotted each maneuver to showcase the boat's capabilities, even if the over-the-top action occasionally stretched believability. Some critics argue that the sequence was too far-fetched, but for fans, it was a brilliant display of modern gadgetry and high-speed chases. Its water-jet propulsion, though occasionally less efficient at low speeds, delivered the explosive acceleration needed for those heart-stopping moments. The Q-boat not only signaled Bond's evolution into the modern era, but also reinforced the franchise's commitment to blending technological marvels with pure, unadulterated action. In the early days of Bond, Sean Connery's 007 was all about rugged charm and practical action. From Russia with Love showcased Bond's resourcefulness when he commandeered a ferry boat, a vessel built by the renowned British manufacturer Ferry Marine. Likely modeled after either the Ferry Huntress or Huntsman, this boat boasted a classic wooden hull and a robust diesel engine, enabling it to skim the water at speeds rumored to approach 40 knots. While these figures might seem modest by today's standards, the ferry perfectly embodied the 1960s aesthetic. Solid, no nonsense, and undeniably British. The boat's design was more than just functional. It carried an air of aristocratic charm that resonated with audiences. In an era before CGI and modern special effects, every splash and jolt in the chase felt tangible and real. Connery's gritty maneuvers behind the wheel, every spray of water and every jolt over the waves captured the spirit of a time when technology met tradition head-on. Critics and fans alike debate whether the ferry truly reached its alleged speeds, but one thing is certain. It set a benchmark for authenticity and practicality that defined early Bond chases. Moreover, its appearance spurred international interest in British powerboats, merging cinematic flair with maritime engineering excellence. Though it may not have had the flash of later models, the ferry's enduring legacy lies in its rugged simplicity and timeless design, making it a cherished piece of Bond lore. Manufactured by the esteemed British brand Sunseeker, the Superhawk is a masterpiece of modern naval design. With a triple-engine setup generating over 700 horsepower, this boat effortlessly propels itself to speeds exceeding 50 knots, transforming the River Thames into a stage for an electrifying high-speed pursuit. Its sleek aerodynamic hull minimizes drag while exuding an aura of refined opulence. More than just a fast boat, the Superhawk is a statement piece. It marries a plush, comfortable interior with a race-ready exterior, making it the ideal vessel for a villain on the lam. The chase sequence featuring the Superhawk is a high-stakes ballet of speed and strategy, as its raw power and agility allow it to outpace Bond's every maneuver. Even though some enthusiasts argue that newer models have since eclipsed its capabilities, the Superhawk's memorable appearance in The World Is Not Enough has cemented its status in Bond lore. It serves as a reminder that sometimes the adversary's toys can be just as awe-inspiring, if not more so than Bond's own gadgetry. With its blend of technical prowess and luxurious design, the Sunseeker Superhawk remains an enduring icon of high-octane style and performance. Claiming the top spot is a vessel that epitomizes luxury, performance, and practicality. When you think of Bond's gadgets, few are as iconic as the Lotus Esprit, famously known as Wet Nelly. Although originally designed as a sleek sports car, The Spy Who Loved Me features one of cinema's most unforgettable transformations, the car that drives off a pier and converts into a fully operational submarine. In its land-based form, the Lotus Esprit was powered by a 2-liter engine, but for the film, it was reinvented as a submersible escape vehicle, seamlessly blending automotive design with underwater ingenuity. This transformation wasn't merely a visual trick, it embodied Bond's ability to adapt to any situation, whether on land or beneath the waves. While the underwater version didn't break any speed records and was operated by a stuntman in full scuba gear, its sheer audacity left a lasting impression on audiences. The production involved multiple Esprits, from a drivable car to a specialized submarine prop, to create the illusion of a smooth, jaw-dropping metamorphosis. this. Some enthusiasts might argue that turning a car into a submarine stretches the bounds of realism, yet that very absurdity is what makes Bond's world so compelling. Wet Nelly remains a testament to the franchise's blend of practicality and extravagance, a gadget that, while impossible in reality, perfectly captures the essence of 007's unpredictable adventures. Its legacy endures as one of the most inventive and audacious examples of Bond's ever-expanding arsenal of vehicles. That's our countdown of the 7 fastest Bond boats, a journey through time and technology that spans from the rugged ferry of the 60s to the high-tech Sunseeker of the 90s. Each vessel, with its unique design and distinct character, played a pivotal role in defining the aquatic escapades of James Bond. Whether it was the raw, unfiltered realism of a vintage powerboat or the gadget-laden extravagance of a modern craft, these chases embody the essence of 007's adventurous spirit. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Bond's water chases, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe for more high-octane explorations. Until next time, keep riding the waves of adventure and stay as cool as 007.